on. This is an exclusive. You know what I'm saying? I've been wanting this interview for a while. I know I'm like so geeked when it comes down to certain people that do what I do, but I definitely love having people on that understand this business like me. All right. Oh, my guest is here. I'm super geeked. Hello, hello. Hi.
Hey,
Can
how
you
are
hear me?
you? Yes, I can hear you. How's everything?
Uh-oh. I can't hear you.
Let's
We
see.
gotta find out why. Is it on my end?
I could hear you. You can't hear me, right? All right, let me try this.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
I can't hear you. No,
Hold
I
on.
can't hear you. Can you hear me?
I could hear
You
you.
can? Hmm.
Yeah,
That's weird.
not too sure.
Everything is normal the way I normally have it.
Yeah, I mean,
Not
I
sure.
mm,
That is so interesting. Hold on, let me see. We're not on mute over here at all.
yeah, I'm not on mute either.
Yeah, I don't know why. Let me see. Can you say something?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. I don't know why. Let me try one more time. Okay. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Yeah.
I don't know why I can't hear you. Oh man. I didn't want to not do it with my microphone, but because I can still hear like a little staticky, but we're gonna keep it moving. Can you as long as you can hear me okay? You can hear
I
me
can
okay?
hear you perfectly. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Mm.
All right. We ain't gonna play around too much. How are you?
Good. Thank you for the invite. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I had to because I've been watching you for a while.
Mhm.
And our show, well, first of all, let me start. Let me go back because I started getting excited.
All right.
For those that do not know, we have Stay on Beat, aka Stay on Beat, aka Rudy, right?
Yeah, that is correct. That is correct.
All right, so he's a host, a music content creator.
Mhm.
He does reviews like me on Mondays from at 10 o'clock,
Mhm.
and he's a producer, engineer, right?
Correct.
Okay, all right. And so I'm excited to have you. You're from Chicago and you grew up in Miami, right?
Correct. So I was born in Chicago, and I was raised in South Miami. Currently, I'm living in Orlando now, so I'm kind of like all over the place. so,
Nah,
but
this
yeah,
is dope. And let me tell you, I'm a big fan of all your glasses because I was trying to count them as we
I have a
went
lot of
along.
them.
I
There's a
know
lot
you
of them.
like me. You like me. You have a whole bunch of glasses, and I was like, I think I caught up to like 10 of them that you had in like different,
I don't know
views.
what it is. I always have to buy glasses and like watches. Those are the two things. I don't know why. but
Somebody said they don't see me. Oh, I don't. You see fire. Who is definition? I don't know what they are. Do y'all see me and him? Okay. Somebody says you cute.
no, I'll take it. I'll take it. Thank you.
Right. I will say your eyes is popping though, because I was looking at a lot of it because you wear your glasses all the time, and I was like,
Right.
damn, why he cover up his eyes? He got some
Yeah.
dope eyes.
I
You
appreciate.
know?
You look nice too.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna jump right in. I'm
Mhm.
Metric Fire for those that do not know. Thank y'all for showing up and showing some love today. Um, the reason why I wanted you on is because you are very informative
Mhm.
about the music industry, and I like to have different people on with different points of view about
Mhm.
the industry and what's your opinion and stuff. So, and a lot of people don't do that. They don't talk to other people unless they're getting paid or something like that. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Mhm.
So, and I love what you're doing for the culture and the community and the
Mhm.
artists. So I appreciate that. That's dope.
Absolutely. I think that information is the most powerful thing you could have, particularly as an artist, as an independent artist. Is just like trying to find a way. In the past, a lot of information was withheld from people, and I think that the I hate to use the term, but like gatekeeper esque type of thing. I think it's important for the independent artists and people making music or art in general to have that understanding of how one, to protect themselves, two, how to maneuver around a space that is filled with a lot of doubt and a lot of people that try to manipulate. So I try to post content and things like that, and try to help not only bring that awareness, but also try to motivate and help people see that there is a way to be successful in things that are following your passion. So
Right. How do you come up with your content? Is it like something that happens personally that day, or you already have stuff written down that you kind of know you want to
well,
talk about?
it's a combination of things. I've been doing stuff within the music industry for the past, I want to say, like 20 something years. So for a while. So it's a lot of things that I've learned, personal lessons, and then a lot of things that I heard from other artists that I either work with or I've dealt with. So like if something happens, for example, I'll take note of it, and I'll just create content that is around that case scenario. So it's always ever evolving. It's always something that I've heard from somebody else, and then also my own experiences also.
Yeah. So, were you an artist before
I
all of
put
this?
I did a little bit of everything. So I started off like that. I fell in love with producing first, like making beats and stuff of that nature. So back when FL Studio, which is a DAW, which is a production software program, was like on their third, like FL Studio 3. So kind of dating myself there. And they're on like, I don't know what they're on now. They're like a 1450 now, but yeah, I started off producing music. Then I got into internships at recording studios in Miami. Got to learn a lot from a lot of different people. So that's kind of like, and then the recording engineering aspect of things, then the promotion marketing. So it took a little bit of everything. So I wore many, many hats, to say the least.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I love your setup too. Like you got a nice setup, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? I always try to like be like, okay. It's crazy because my show is on Monday, so I usually don't get a chance. I'm on break right now, so
Uh
like
huh.
I don't get a chance to see people that's on Monday.
Right.
So now that I'm on break, I get a chance to see like what's going on. Like I
Yeah.
didn't, I didn't know you, I didn't know you, and so it's good
Yeah.
to get a chance to see other people
Mm-hmm.
that's doing this. Okay. Which one do you enjoy more, the producing or do you enjoy the music reviews?
I honestly enjoy the music reviews better. It's like a newfound passion. I started the music review show. I mean, they're popping up everywhere now, but I started it like 6 years ago. So before it was like really, a thing as it is today.
Mhm.
But I found that doing that, I don't know, it's just a newfound passion. So honestly, I enjoy that a lot more than producing, to be honest with you. I never
Mhm.
would think I would say that, but life puts you in different situations, and maybe that's I learn a lot about myself through it, listening to other people's music, giving advice. I love giving advice. I love trying to help people, um, and that's my passion now is that. So I prefer doing that for sure.
Right. Did you ever get cussed out yet from one of the
Oh,
artists? And give?
oh my God.
Yeah.
I get a lot of flack for certain things, particularly now, like with AI. I get a lot of like sometimes I get AI submissions, which I appreciate AI as a tool. But then there's certain people that say that they're the artist singing, and then they're the ones that are. So and I kind of say, listen, you're not. If you are the singer, but it's a very thin line. So I get a lot of issues with that. But I've had people cuss me out. I've had people say I love you. I've had crazy things happen, but yeah, it happened. It comes with the territory, I guess. You know.
You handle it really well because usually like I've been watching a lot of your your clips or whatever,
Mm,
and it doesn't seem like nobody says anything bad to you or has anything bad to say because I know they come on my show a lot and they be like mad at me in the
mm.
comments, whatever. But everybody seems to love you.
Well, I get them in messages.
Oh, okay, all right.
They come in the DMs. That's for sure. So the DMs, I'll get it all. I mean, I get. The thing is, I'm a firm believer that listen, if you treat people the way you want to be treated, you have to be honest about things. I think there's a right and a wrong way to give somebody feedback on music, particularly because music is a very subjective thing. So what one person may like, the other person's not gonna like. So
True.
and that, and also everybody has a different timeline in growing. Like you can't critique somebody on their music when they first start out, say you're horrible, quit. And there's a lot of streams that do that, and I do that for clickbait. I don't know what it is, but I don't think that's how you develop an artist. I think you have to. I think every artist, no matter where they are in their careers, they have something that they could improve on and something that they're perfect at. whether you start out or you've been a seasoned artist for 15, 20 years. So
Yeah.
um, I don't know. I maybe that's why I don't get as much of. I mean, I'll get them from time to time, but for the most part, I try to give review and critique that is honest, but also not humiliating in a lot of ways. Because
Yeah.
I don't think that's not a way to help an artist grow. And my biggest thing is development. I think development is a huge missing component in the industry. Period. So I'm trying to create a platform that helps that side of things.
Yeah. I'm the same way. I don't feel like people should just say you're ass or you're
Right.
trash or
Right.
it's and then the ego of an artist, they're never gonna stop anyway. So even if you say they're
Yeah.
trash, it's not like they're gonna
It's
quit.
there's a thin line between you have to tell them truth. You know, what I mean, if somebody's mixing is horrible and it sounds bad, you gotta say, listen, you gotta really improve on that. But
Right.
then there's a lot of people that say, oh, you need to give up. And that kind of I just don't see that as a way to help anybody improve anything. And that's just that person filling their own ego is what it is by saying stuff like that. But
Yeah. But like you said, it's all about trying to get likes or views or
oh
comments.
yeah, and that's
That's
what a lot
all.
of that is.
Yeah.
And there's a point that I understand it, but that's to me that's not real criticism or feedback on helping
Mm-mm.
somebody grow. I don't think.
No. Do you remember your first review that you ever did?
I do not. I've done thousands
Me
and
either.
thousands of them. I honestly, I don't even know. On YouTube, it shows I'm on episode 270 something, but I've only started streaming on YouTube 2 years ago. So there's 3 years prior to that was on Twitch, and I would stream 3 times a week. So I'm on episode like 900 something. Each episode, I get hundreds of submissions. So I have no I have no clue, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Me either. I was trying to
Yeah.
remember mine's like I don't remember the first time I did
Mhm.
my review at all. You know.
But it's
The-
it's a good thing though. I think in combination. I done my research on you too, and I think that you have a really good like platform base of what you're doing also.
oh, you
Um,
did the research
a
on me?
thousand percent over, 1,000% over.
Okay.
And I think that you're helping to pave the way for the future of the next up and coming artists, whether people realize it or not. Platforms like the stuff that we're doing is very important, and it's not just a musical standpoint of things. It makes people feel like they're part of something. There's a lot of people out there because something I learned from the music review stream stuff is that you never know what some going on in somebody's lives. They could
True.
have lost somebody, they be going through, and they look for platforms like yours, like mine, for an escape. You know what I mean? They're looking for that. So the responsibility of platforms like what you're doing, what I'm doing, is very, very important. I think for all artists. So I got to give you your flowers too.
Okay.
They're
Thank
beautiful
you.
flowers too, by the
Thank you.
way.
I appreciate that because you know what? Sometimes when people come on
Mhm.
certain platforms, they don't do any research. They just pop up, and that's good
Right.
because you should know who's interviewing you or what you're getting
Absolutely.
into.
Yeah,
You know,
I
so
agree.
I appreciate that.
Likewise.
I appreciate that. Okay, so we're going to talk about some things that I looked
Mhm.
on your videos, and you talk about the work for hire, which I felt like that was really good that artists
Mhm.
kind of skip over. So break
Mhm.
down, in your personal opinion, why they should have the work for hire agreement
Mhm.
and where did it go about? I know you talk about what was it? I think you talked about tunebull.com for
Mhm.
all of that too.
Right.
So break down the work for hire in your opinion, short and sweet.
So work for hire is something, for example, and I did a post on it. Like if you shoot a music video with somebody, could be a friend, family member, or somebody. A lot of artists don't realize they own the music, but that footage of that person that filmed it and edited it, they technically own that footage.
Mhm.
So I've seen a case scenario where an artist had a friend of his film a music video, promoted the music video, all that stuff. I guess they had a falling out, and then
Mhm.
that person who filmed it pulled the video, and they could do that because they own the rights to that footage. So having a work for hire agreement is very, very important for that case scenario. So in other words, I'm going to pay this videographer X amount of dollars. You're going to shoot the video, you're going to edit it, and then after it, I own the rights to that video. You pass it on to me. That person who filmed it can't do anything other than give it back, give it to me. So that's the importance of something like for a work for hire agreement. You could even extend that out to like studio sessions. Like if you have a bassist or a drummer or a guitarist or somebody playing chords or something along those lines, you could use them as that as a work for hire, but they retain no royalties, no residuals from it.
Right.
Now it goes the opposite way too. You may want that person to have a split in those royalties, those residuals, whatever the case may be, either from the music or perhaps the video. That would be like a separate type of an agreement, which is like a split sheet, which Tuneable.com has a bunch of tools for independent artists, for things like that, for split sheets, for when you're recording a record. But a work for hire agreement is more so along the lines if you're just hiring somebody to do this one thing, and then from then on, that person, you retain the rights for that thing that they helped you create. In
Right.
essence,
Do you have affiliation with Toonbull? Because I know you push them real heavy.
it's a platform that I am creating. So
So it's
it's
yours.
yes. So
Oh, no
I'm
wonder you was going hard. I was like, he
yeah.
gotta have some kind of
And I
affiliation.
haven't even really right now it's in the beta version of it. But Tuneable.com, it's a very it's a social media website. It's integrated with a bunch of different things. So I'm still it's still in the working phases of things, but ultimately artists will be able to monetize, sell services, sell their own music, sell directly to consumer, which I think is another topic that I think is very important for independent artists also. So that's it's a platform. It's still in its beta version. Right now it's all just testing.
Okay.
I am promoting it, but because the features that are on their work. But it's gonna be good.
No, I actually went on the site. It's really dope. Like that's why I was like, who? It has to be. He has to be affiliated
Yeah,
some kind of way with it because you was pushing it hard in every
right,
video. So
right.
I'm
And I'm
like,
gonna keep
somebody got to know.
yeah. So that's that, and also I did actually an update right before I popped in today. So I'm changing the aesthetics of it. So there's a lot of things that I'm working on that. But it's gonna be like a standalone place for independent artists to network, collaborate. I'm trying to implement everything that I learned through the industry, and then also what artists need. Um, and also how to connect with one another too. So there's going to be a lot of new features going to be added. I'm going to create a marketplace where artists could sell directly to the consumers. Other creatives themselves could offer services like coaching, things of that nature.
Oh,
And it'll be a way to generate income for all creatives.
well, let me know how I can help. I would definitely
Yep,
help and help
absolutely.
push it for you because I think it is a dope platform,
Hmm.
for sure.
I appreciate that. Yeah, right now I'm just in the beginning building phases of it. I haven't really ran ads on it or really pushed it. I just kind of did it to test the waters, and I'm like 4 or 5 recent posts that I did, the kind of I already have like almost 800 subscribers on there. So
That's
so
good.
I haven't really pushed anything on it yet. So God willing, hopefully everything works out on it.
That's the 800 subscribers ain't nothing
Yeah.
that's
So
huge. Okay. So I know you talked about artists should know this, but if they're doing their cover songs,
mm,
the mechanical rights,
mm,
I know you push that a lot in your videos as well.
mm.
Is that something that you've come across a lot of the artists not being able to know how to do that?
Right. So what happens is when people do cover songs, I notice a lot of people change something in the song. They'll change the lyric on it, they'll change the production on it. And technically, the only way to clear something like that, there's the websites, and I said like easysong.com, different like places like that, which I have no affiliation with. It's just knowledge of things. But
Right.
um when artists do cover songs, you have to do it exactly the same exact way because that's what a cover song is, just with their own voice. And then they try to they'll change something in it, and then they won't get clearance to allow them from that artist who actually wrote the record to sing that song, and then all of a sudden it gets taken down from YouTube and with copyright stuff. So
Hmm.
I think it's really important. Cover songs are good to bring others that may an artist that's already well known to showcase that talent. I could sing this way or do it better almost, and then
Yeah.
it brings fans from that artist to you, and then all of a sudden then you can start promoting your own original record. So I think cover songs are great, especially for singers. I think it's a great thing for singers for sure.
Right. Have you managed any artists?
I've managed several artists. I kind of stepped away from the full on managing of things because I believe that you need to dedicate a lot of time to that. So what I do now is mostly consult artists. So I've managed artists pretty much full time in the past. It becomes it's just a lot of work, and I like to give advice more so than anything. So I rather consult. So like on a thing basis, like consulting basis. So that's what I focus on now is that consulting aspect.
Yeah, it is a lot.
It's
It
a lot.
is a
It's a lot. I mean,
lot.
I've done it before, and then all of a sudden, your whole life is dedicated. And I get it, like, and that's, but it takes a very, and I have so many other things going on. And if I do something, I want to do it correct. I don't want to half-ass anything. Pardon my
Yeah.
language, but I don't want to do that. Like, I want to give full attention to something where it's deserved. But
Yeah, that's how I feel too. I'm like, I want an artist, but I'm just like, ugh. I know how
right,
much time and effort,
it
and you
is.
really
It's a
have to
lot.
put your stuff on hold for
It's a lot.
them. You
Hmm.
know, you talk about the knowledge panel too, which I'm really big on telling the
Hmm.
artists about.
Hmm.
Have you ever experienced any? Well, I'm sure you probably have. When you submit to the Google, when you submit to Google and they deny you.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of that is because there's not enough reference, I believe, to that artist. So like the thing is, Google Panel, it is hard to get it. There has to be like articles and the SEO, the search engine. I guess that's how they find it. I really don't know the inner workings on how they do that, but I do know that that's a big component. They want to see that you are that notable person that should be on there. So
Yeah.
by doing like blog posts, things of that nature, and having those on there, you become a credible person because that's what they want. They want to have somebody showing it's credible because anybody could say, "Oh, I'm this person," and then all of a sudden that other person is there, and another, so they
Right.
want to make sure that it's all there. A lot of that's based on the research that's happening online already. Like so, blog posts and things of that nature are written about that artist or person.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I've done it like 4 times with a lot of my businesses or even my like the Fiyachick brand and
Hmm.
Airitoutradio brand.
Hmm.
And each time when I started loading up my pictures, they all deny me, you know.
Hmm.
And one time I had to do a video to verify everything.
Yeah,
So
it's a
it is
process,
hard, but it's easy too, I guess, because I'm used to it now, because I know
right?
what they want. I did talk to Google online. A lot of people don't know this, but I had to do a lot of looking around. But Google has this thing where you can talk to them for 45 minutes. Of course, it's
Hmm.
not free,
Right,
but I paid for that so I can get more info on it to know exactly what to do to get approved.
right.
So yeah, sometimes you got to pay to find out, the information.
It's and that's the thing, information is becoming more and more important, like we said, but a lot of times you have to pay for it. I mean, that's life, like there's really, that old saying, nothing in life is free. There are free things, but a lot of it you do, and that's just that's their business and how they they monetize it.
That's true. Like you said, it's all about control and taking control of
Hmm.
your artistry and your business and looking more professional. I like that.
Right.
That was really dope because you know we need
It's
we need to
important.
see more of that.
It's important. I think that the thing is, it's very hard for artists to separate business from their art,
Mm,
and you have to do that. Like, and I think that independent artists, first and foremost, is the music, right? The craft or whatever they're making. That's you have to fall in love with that before anything else. I think if you do the opposite side, you all you care about is the business, and then focus on art. There is no art like that. So the first step is falling in love with what you love to do, creating music, whatever the case may be, whatever or you could say that for anything you do, but there's going to come a time that these independent artists need to understand the business side of things because if you don't, you're going to be eaten up alive. And that's why knowledge is power, which is why I post a lot of that informative content. Simple
mhm.
things like ownership, performance rights royalties, mechanical royalties, digital radio, royalties. A lot of people don't realize a lot of that's separated. People think, oh, I submitted to TuneCore and I'm good. It doesn't work
Right.
that way. It just doesn't.
Mm-mm. You have a different voice when you do your videos. I don't know if you do that. You have like the videos like when you're in a car and you're talking,
Mhm.
and then your tone is different from like the music reviews. I don't know if you paid that any attention or whatever.
I think what it is because a lot of the stuff that I do, I'll have an idea, I'll have a concept, and I'll write it out. Maybe it's because I read it. That's why it looks chopped up like that. I mean,
Oh,
sometimes I'll do it, but this is how I'm in the music review show. How I am now is how I talk all the time.
No, it's no. I just
But
peeped it out because I was like,
yeah,
he sounds so professional there, and then he's like, oh, he's just chilling. I was like, is this the same
yeah,
person? So
it's
it
same.
was just, it was cool to see like that
Mhm.
professionalism, and then it was like that down to earth, like, hey
Yeah.
guys, that's good to see though.
Yeah,
The,
it's
the
good. Yeah,
switch up like that.
it's true.
Yeah, yeah. So you talk about music grants too. A lot of artists probably don't know that they can get grants and stuff. I thought
Mhm.
that was dope that you are trying to let them know like there's money out there.
There's money out there. There's money out there, and it's I let the thing is I like doing those posts because it is out there. Is it easy to get it? No, because everybody would get it. But at
Mhm.
least every state or every like local city, they have different grants and they change. It's not always the same grants. So if you're kind of like always on it, you may find a grant. The process, you have to fill out an application. The processes aren't easy either. Nothing, in life is that's easy is you have
Right.
to work at it, right? So but that is another thing that a lot of people overlook. They don't realize that there is grants out there for artists that are having with their music and things like that can help with recording time, marketing, promotion. Again, every county is different, every state's different. But if you do the research and keep tabs on it, it's attainable. It's out there, so somebody's
Right.
getting it. So it might as
Do
well be
you
you.
know? Do you know any artist that has gotten
I've
the
known
grant?
I've known two artists that have gotten
Mm,
grants.
okay.
They gotten grants more on the business side of things because the for one of them was a like a nonprofit, so he got a grant for that. The other one was just a regular artist that got a grant as well. So I've known
That's
two.
nice.
It's not easy. There's a
Yeah.
process behind that, and but the money is there for that though.
And you have to have patience for that too. And a lot of
So a
artists
lot of
don't.
patience,
You got
a
to sit
lot.
back and wait weeks and months and
Oh yeah,
almost a year
oh
for
yeah.
some of that stuff. You
Hmm.
know. What's the most important thing that you do like to like really talk about in your videos? What's the most that's really dear to you as far as your information that you get out? Is it talking about the panel? Is it talking about the grants? Is it talking about like what which one is more important to you? That if you could just talk about that nonstop for a year, that's the one you would focus on.
I mean, I for me, there's two.
Okay.
On the learning aspect, the informative aspect, a lot of it is like the ownership stuff. So like copywriting music, signing up with a PRO like ASCAP, the MLC, Sound Exchange, distribution, how to get publishing globally, like with Song Trust, for example. I love that stuff because that's a lot of stuff that a lot of artists don't know. Then there's the other side of the emotional connection of the person itself, right? So that would be things like what people experience. Like I did a post about how the people closest to you really never support your music, and then the psychology as to why that is the case. And the video did great. It had like over 1 million views because it connected to the average person. That goes through that. So I would say that the
Right.
emotional type stuff, and then also the informative as far as like copywriting and things of that nature, I think would be the ones that I enjoy doing the most.
Right. Now I know you said you've been doing the content for 2 years, the music review, right?
Mm.
Is there really money in the like being on YouTube? Because some people say it is money, it isn't money. Is it money in there?
I mean the for the music review stuff there is because there's a lot of artists that like do things like that. Like if you get a lot of submissions, you have to skip the line, things of that nature. Plus free plays and everything. You can monetize it that way. You can monetize it through ads. Some of them will do play ads during their lives, so YouTube will monetize that. I mean, there is. It all boils down to that type of person, whoever's streaming, like, and what they're selling merchandise, on your platform. So it monetizes a lot of the same way as how like a regular YouTube channel would also. So, but there definitely is. I think you
Yeah.
can monetize pretty much anything for the most part that you any content creator, any music person creating music. If you find a way, you can monetize
Yeah. Because
it.
some people say it's money in it, and then then you find out they don't have any money because
Mm.
they're acting like they have money, but they don't have money. They're trying to pose like.
I mean,
So it's like you don't know.
I mean, yeah, I mean, you could say it for that, and also people that are artists too, because a lot of times artists, they want to fake it till you make it type of thing. And for
Right.
some people it works. For others it doesn't. I think people, as time goes on, maybe, because the advent of like social media and things like that, I think people want what's real. I think people connect to that more. I think flaunting money and things like that, or cars and stuff like that, it's cool if in a music video, but if you're constantly doing that, I think people get turned off by that.
Right.
I don't know. It's the same case scenario. I think it's better for people to just be real and be themselves more so than anything. I think people get a lot farther that way, not only in trying to like get fans, but also in networking and collaborating with other people. People don't
Yeah.
like arrogance, you know.
No. Hmm.
So,
Do you feel like, okay, so as far as like culture vultures, right? Because some
mhm,
people may say, okay, you're not from the hip hop community or
mhm,
whatever, like you're Caucasian or whatever.
mhm.
Well, you are Caucasian, right? I'm trying
Um,
to make
my
sure.
family's from Cuba, so I'm
Okay,
Cuban.
so
I was
you're
born here,
Cuban.
but my
Okay.
family's from Cuba and Spain. Yeah.
Okay. So if they look at you, they'll say,
Oh
okay,
yeah.
who's this white guy? He's a culture vulture.
Mhm.
They're gonna automatically say stuff like that. Have you
Right.
been called that? And if so, what's your opinion on that?
So I'll take it in two ways. First of all,
Okay.
the thing that I like, I think music is universal. So I think music is an energy. Now, I don't play just hip hop. I play everything. I mean, every review show that I do, I have house people submitting house, country, rock. So I play everything. I don't limit it to one genre. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, everybody has that opinion. I do think it is important to know where the culture stems from, whatever genre of music it is. You
Sure.
have to, because the roots of something is what makes the tree a tree, and you can't neglect the roots. Without the roots, there is no tree. So I think that it's understanding that music is very where the root of music is. It has to be acknowledged. It has to be known that this is where it stemmed from. This is where it started, and it will never change from that. I've never been called that, to be honest with you. I honestly I haven't, because again,
Right.
on the my platform, I do all genres of music. It's not limited to one
Mhm.
genre. So
You know how like
uh,
when an artist get mad, that's the first like, oh, they'll
I
they'll say like anything.
I'm sure maybe people have maybe thought it, but I've never had anybody tell me that. I've had people say like other things, like I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe they reference it in that way. I don't know, but ultimately,
Why
I
would they
think
say that you don't know what you're talking about? Is it because you're not a music executive
most
or
likely, yeah, yeah.
something like
And
that? Okay.
and I think I spent a lot of hours doing the same thing that a lot of independent artists have. I music wise, I've had placements for with a lot of like companies. So I've had a lot like J.C. Penney, for example, like music placements and things like that for sync placements and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I'm not a huge executive at all. I don't claim to be. I never did that. But what I do know is the knowledge I've attained through all the years of me doing this, which is a lot of the
Right.
same knowledge that those same people have also. I think what it boils down to is people are always going to have their own ideas on something. There, and it's okay. It's all right if somebody thinks that, but that's ultimately everybody has an opinion, and all you can do is
Mhm.
just keep doing what you're doing.
Right. What do you think about the new people that's doing reviews right now that just pop up and just I got a review show and and they don't have the qualifications. What do
I,
you
I
think about that?
I think that it's all opinionated, and I think if somebody likes the host, and it's similar to if I have a friend of mine and I want to ask a friend for advice on something. He doesn't have to be an expert at what I ask. I'm just curious to know his opinion. So,
Mm,
and I think it's important to have that. And a lot of the new people that are starting up doing the review streams, it's good. I mean, a lot of them are just doing it for just to do it, and a lot of the
yeah.
reviews are real, because I've been on some like, oh yeah, it's good, it's bad. All right, next. But no, but
Right.
explain why. What do they need to
Right.
improve on? Those are issues. I'm like, ah. But when somebody's doing a music review show and they're like, okay, well, the mixing here, the hats need to be a little bit lower. The cadence of your voice is not all up to par. Raise the volume. Like, if somebody's a mixing engineer, or an engineer, or ever wrote a song or has done, then you can give good advice like that. a lot of the newer ones, I say, it's good, yeah, it's cool. Next, like that's not a review. You're just listening to music at that
Right.
point. So,
It got the $20 out of you though.
but and that's the thing. A lot of, and that's you know, the music review thing to me is a very sacred thing to me, at least personally. So I think it's like a sacred, intimate like connection with that person submitting the song. And whether it's a paid submission, whether it's a free submission, you're building a connection with that person to help them evolve and grow as that artist. And if you're not doing that in a review stream, you're not doing a review stream. You're just a DJ playing a record,
Yeah.
And a review should be very, in my opinion, very intimate with that one-on-one. Obviously, it's there's a chat, there's people listening, and everybody's saying their own opinions in the chat and things like that. But I think it's very important to give that side of things and build a relationship and help that person who's having their song played build a relationship with the other people in the chat. And I
Yeah.
push that all the time. The networking is number one. It's not just about me playing music. It's about the people in the chat. The community that's in the chat is where the real gold is. Because I've had people meet another person, and all of a sudden they got a song placed on a film because they knew somebody that was looking for a certain sound that they connected with on my show.
Oh,
It's
that's
it's
dope.
it's invaluable. It is.
Mhm. What do you look for when you're doing your reviews? Because everybody has their different qualifications.
Mm.
Some people listen to the beat, some people listen to the voice, some people they have different opinions.
There's like if like you're talking about like if while I'm listening to a song, like what I'm looking for, or
Mhm. That gives them a higher score. Like, what do you? Because me, I'm not a big fan of auto tune. So,
Mhm.
like, I do dock them a little bit for that. I'm like, I
Right,
just don't like auto tune. You know what I mean? So, even if it's good, I'll still be like, I gotta give you 2 points off of that
right,
because But that's me. But
right.
and I'll tell them in advance, like, don't send me no auto tune. If you do, that's what I'm gonna do. But what do you look for? Like, is it the voice? Is it singers? Is it like they gotta have a good hook or
For me, there's two
melody or
things.
story?
I break it down to production. As
Mhm.
far as that is, like if it's a rock song, like how does the instrumentation, move on through the entirety of the song? If it's like hip hop, I listen to like the 808s, the kicks, the snares, the hats, like production wise, how it's layered, how much spacing was on there for that artist to sound good on it. Does the artist itself feel like they're battling the production, or does it feel like they're in unison? Because so I listen to a lot of that. A lot of the way my brain works is weird. Like I listen to music in three different elements all at once. So I'm focusing when I do a review on the production. I'm focusing on the vocals, and like the cadence to the vocals, and I'm also focusing on the lyrics. For
Right.
me, it depends on the genre. Like if I'm listening to like a house song, for example, like an electronic song, I'm listening to the hook and I'm listening to the beat. If I'm listening to a hip hop record, I'm listening to the lyrics. I'm listening to the delivery, like the flow of it, and I'm listening to the production. So I break it down in different elements. I wouldn't say there's not necessarily one thing because I listen to so many different genres of music.
Mhm.
I more so break it down to like the different genres of what appeals to me. As songwriting is a big thing in my eyes, I think lyrics are very very important.
Very.
I think if somebody submits a song that the lyrics they go nowhere and it's just repetitive and it doesn't really do anything for me. So similar to like you and the auto tune, it's me and that the lyrics too. So that's the one thing that I'm like, well, like the vibe is there, the energy is there, but
Mhm.
the lyrics are just it's not. So it's a lot of the lyrics too.
Yeah. What as far as like which one are you the most hardest on? Because some people can be harder on the like hip hop. Are you
Mhm.
harder on hip hop? Are you harder on pop? Like, which one are you like, you know what? I'm absolutely tough on you guys because that's my field. Like that's
Mhm.
the one I really, I'm stern with.
R&B.
R&B.
I love R&B music. R&B is my favorite
Okay.
genre. I
Mm.
think R&B is the most timeless genre of music ever because you could listen to an R&B record that was created 15, 20 years ago and it'll still resonate today the same exact way. R&B's always been R&B. So I'm kind of
Mm.
critical of that because like I enjoy R&B songs. I want to hear really good vocalists on there. I want to hear the production being smooth and just the blend between not only the production but the vocals and having an expressive, catchy hook. So I would say R&B. Like I love R&B. It's my favorite genre.
That's good. And I know it's probably harder to get in front of you because you are, an engineer. So you have
Mm.
that ear and that's what you're looking for. You like, oh no, you could have did
Right.
better or they could have. I know that's like even harder to get in front of
Yeah.
you because you're gonna be judging that from that perspective, like
Yeah.
from an engineer's perspective.
Right.
Woof. I would
And
be I would be
and and I think
scared.
it's important though because everybody wants a review of their song from somebody that they don't know too. Same concept of having a
Sorry.
friend listening to music. You know the friend, but they don't know your music. Let's just say, like they want to know your opinion on it. And it's different when it's coming from somebody who's actually recorded a song, wrote a song, and put in those thousands of hours of that work to give their critique and their feeling on the song.
Mhm.
So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I know that's really tough to get in front of you. Um, do you remember the worst song you've ever heard?
Do I remember the worst song?
Yeah, like do you
Uh,
have a worst song you like, oh my God, it doesn't have to be from your show. It could be from anywhere. You just like, oh, you know,
I've heard a lot of troll songs, like
troll
meaning
song?
like troll songs meaning like people just making a song that don't make music, and they're just saying a
Oh,
bunch of negative things, and it's just the music's all over the place, and they're
okay.
just doing it just to try to troll.
Oh, that's what you call them? I didn't know that's what they were called.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like people when they say trolling in the chat and things like that. It's the same version for people. A lot of times people submit songs that are like that.
hmm How do
Mhm.
you handle people in the comments, saying you just block them right away or like what's your feedback on that? Cuz I'm kind of new to YouTube. I'm getting used to getting in here and being on here live. So what's
Mm.
your opinion about like do you block them or do you just let them, stay on there and block them later or like just say something to them?
Well, I have on the lives. I have moderators, so a
Oh,
lot of times, it's kind of hard for me to keep up with the chat because I have scenes that I'm changing. Actually listening to the song, I do monitor the chat. If somebody's just going in there, just saying hateful things and obviously doing it with an intent to try to like stir up an emotion, I'll block them right there. They're not. I either time them out so they're on timeout for 30
right.
30 minutes, or I block them completely because I don't believe a healthy community with people just going in there, not even caring about the platform, just saying this person sucks, this person is garbage, or even worse, saying like hateful things to other people in chat. Like I don't tolerate that at all
Yeah.
because it doesn't breed a good community. I think. And it's people trolling. They're going in there not because they don't like. And it's okay for somebody to say they don't like the song. By all means, happens all the time. I leave people in there. Yeah, it's everybody's entitled to that opinion. But there's some
Mhm.
people that go in there with the intent. They're not even listening to the song. They're just
Right.
creating drama. And
Mayhem. They in there just causing all kind of drama,
yeah,
you know. What do you feel like is needed for reviews? Like when you do your review show, is there something particular? Like me, I gotta have my little water or juice by.
uh-huh.
Like, is there something that you need to do your review show? You need yours too?
Mine's red too.
Yeah, is red your favorite color?
Red and green.
Okay, red and green. Red is my favorite color too. So
I mean for mine, I don't have a necessarily thing I need to do the review show. I do like when I do the review show. I have a giant. It's not like this, but I have a giant cup, and people think it grows as
well,
I keep doing the show. It doesn't. No, but I'll have sometimes I'll drink a little bit of a little whiskey in there.
oh,
Just to let
okay.
loose a little
A
bit.
little something.
Uh,
Yeah, sometimes you need that when you're listening to all that music because you're on like 4 hours,
yeah,
right?
4 hours. Yeah, it's a long time.
Yeah. I was like, damn, he's on long.
Yeah.
I thought I went hitting, but you went for like four. Sometimes I used to do like five, and people be like, you still on here? And I wouldn't go to the bathroom at all. I would just be sitting there just
Yeah.
taking it. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I'm very regimented in things. Like I'm very consistent at things. And when I find that I love to do something, which I obviously love to do it, I'm very consistent. If I can't do it, the only times I don't do it is if I might go on vacation or holiday, spend time with with the family and things like that. So,
Right.
but if not, I'm doing the show for 4 hours, Monday and Wednesday, 10 p.m.
Straight.
Eastern time on
Oh,
YouTube.
Monday and Wednesday. You have a couple of shows. So like you got the review lounge, right? And
Correct.
then you have strange frequencies, I think it is. Is that different?
That was just something I tested out like a couple years ago, just trying different things. I put a
Yeah.
stop. All I really do, the only show I do is just the review lounge,
Okay.
and things like that. But yeah, I try to. I'm still like thinking of different ideas to create like a series, about things that are related to music. But I,
Yeah,
I
'cause you have the
never.
top music review, talking dangerous, Gary,
Yeah,
a lot of stuff.
and that was in the beginning phases on the YouTube because I've been doing the music review stream since 2020. Before I
Yeah.
was only on Twitch. I would only stream on Twitch. Now I'm on YouTube. In the beginning
Mhm.
phases, like a couple years ago, I was like, let me try different things, different segments, which I'm still, and a lot of that is in the back of my mind too. But starting Toon Bowl and then also the music review is a lot. There's a lot to handle. So let me just focus on these two things that I enjoy right this second. So right now it's just the live music review stream, obviously the content I post on social media, and then also the Toon Bowl
Right. Do
website.
you do this full time? Is this like the only thing that you do, or you do have a job, or besides the engineering, do you do anything else?
So this is my main focal point is doing this, is just
Oh.
focusing on this. I do have another side job that I do, but it's slowly just leaning towards this.
Mhm. Do people recognize you? Do they
um
do stuff?
I have not yet,
Not
so
yet.
at least to my knowledge, no.
Oh, okay.
No, not yet. I mean, the thing is I haven't really been out and about, to be honest, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Maybe if I, because right now I'm in close to Orlando. It's about like 30-40 minutes north of Orlando is where I currently live. But if I go to Orlando, or if I go to Miami or Chicago, maybe,
Yeah.
but not yet.
Do you do any like showcases or anything?
That's actually in the works. So
Okay.
I'm trying to set up an artist showcase to pretty much do the review show, but with live performers. So we're
Oh.
in the process of setting all that up, getting the venue and all that.
Hmm.
So yeah, similar to what like a normal uh, venue would do for live
Okay.
performances and stuff like that. So I'm in the process of doing that too. I
That's
had a lot on
dope.
my plate. I got so much going on.
Yeah. When you say we, is it you have like business partners or you have like?
Yes, so I have other
Okay.
people that I work with. That for that show specifically, I'm going to be working with Hugo Diaz, which is he's a producer. He's the one that discovered Pitbull and made Pitbull what Pitbull is, and he's produced for Lloyd Banks, for Wyclef, for so many different artists. He's a Grammy nominated producer. So we're working together to set one up.
Hmm. You do interviews too, and I saw
Mhm.
a couple of interviews. Do you enjoy that, or you just do it every
I
once
love
in
it.
a while?
I love it.
Yeah. Hmm.
My favorite thing is like doing the interviews when people, because it puts a face to the music. Like when somebody submits a song and I have them on the live, it's different when you have somebody on there doing a review face to face. So I love doing the interviews. I love it.
Yeah. Yes, it's definitely different. You
Hmm.
you give advice. Who gives you advice?
That's a good question.
Is it? It can
I
be
get a
from
lot of
multiple
advice
people.
from people that I'm very close with. I get a lot of advice. I have a lot of people that I've known within the music industry that are close friends of mine. I'll bump things off their minds, their heads, and when I have questions about something or if I'm unsure about something. So I go to a lot of close friends.
Mhm.
Um, Nobody in my family per se, because my nobody in my family really does anything within the music industry. um but I asked family for advice on other things, that should I do this business venture on this, should I try this. So friends and family, I think everybody needs somebody to ask questions to or advice
Yeah,
from. It's important.
that's true. That's
Hmm.
true. I always go to my friends that's not in the industry. I
Hmm.
don't know. They seem to give me better advice than people that's
Right.
sometimes in the industry because they're biased to it. They're like, oh
Yeah.
well, yeah, if I was you, I'd do this. But
Right.
if it's somebody that they know and they're like, oh yeah, that person, you know,
Right.
kind of
It's true.
neutral to the situation. You know. That's really dope. Do the artists follow directions? Because I know sometimes when I tell them to do certain things, they don't listen. You could say MP3 or you could say this and that, and they still don't follow directions. Do they follow your directions pretty well?
There's been a lot of artists that do, and
Okay.
I've been shocked at that, to be honest with you. There's
Wow.
it depends on certain things. You know, there's a lot of them don't, or a lot of them I'll give them direction, and I'll just never hear from them again. So I don't know
Mm,
if they took it or not. But a lot of the ones that I give direction to, they actually do it. You know, now music when it comes to like mixing and things like that, they'll do it. When it comes to like songwriting hooks and things like that, it's a different story. I think artists, you know, that's their baby too. So I've had artists that just, you know, I've heard a lot of records from them. I help them out a lot, and then other times um, they don't change anything. They just keep it the same exact way. So it's a little
mm,
bit of both. But I've had a lot of artists, yeah, that took advice and it worked well for them. So
yeah. Um, are you a vocal person when it comes down to engineering? Do you say, "Hey, do it again," or they just like you don't say anything, you let them kind of take control over the session? You-
if I'm in a session, like if
Yeah.
I was in a session, let's say I'm in a recording session, oh
Are
yeah,
you
I'll say
vocal?
do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you like ask? Do you put your input in? Like you should do it like this, or because some artists like that, some artists don't.
A lot of artists don't like that. I'll say, you know, it's how you say things. Like, you know, if what if you try this? Or what worked with me in the past was like, all right, cool, nice take, but let's just try like this and compare them, and you tell me which one you like.
Mm.
That's a better way of approaching it, you know, because
Right.
you get both sides. And then honestly, sometimes I've done that, and then the original one way that they did it sounded better. I was like, all right, yeah, cool, you're right. You know, so yeah, it's that's a good way of I think helping or getting different ideas out there to try something that may sound different. Keep the first reference, the first recording, the first take of it, and then the second one, and then compare and contrast like which one do they like better? Because ultimately, it's up to the artist. The artist is in control. The
Yeah.
engineer has really no true say. They can put their input in things, but the artist is the artist, and that's their baby. You know, you're just
Mhm.
helping deliver the baby, but it's their baby at the end of the day. So the
Right.
artist is it should be the number one person that's in control of what the recording sounds like, what their vision is. You can give you know information on your ideas and your takes on things, and a lot of times they do take it and it does sound better, or sometimes their way of wanting to do it sounded better. You know, but it's good to
Mhm.
kind of get both sides and test both sides, so that way you know. You know.
Right. When they do their session, do they try to get out of paying you? Because you know some artists want to get out of paying you, or have anybody not paid you before?
Oh yeah.
Really?
I haven't been doing the recording sessions in here, but years ago, like yeah, when I was doing it like that, absolutely. That's happened way
Wow.
more times than I wanted it to, that's for sure.
Wow. That's
So
crazy. Well, you learn. It's a learning experience now.
oh
You just
yeah.
like give my money up front, and you
Yeah.
know that's crazy. All right. What do you think about the scammers? Because you know this whole thing. Artists feel like if you're charging any money for anything, then you're automatically a scammer
Mhm.
for anything.
Right.
Music reviews, radio, whatever, interviews, anything. You're automatic a scammer
Mhm.
because you should be doing it for free for them.
I think that there is a lot of scammers out there. Like
Mhm.
that's it goes without saying. So
Right.
for and you know, you have to know what it is. The thing is what happens is a lot of people will pay like people to get like Spotify playlists and things like that. To me, that's I think a lot of that is scams because you don't see results right there, and you don't know if those are real streams. You know, they could be bots, they could be fake things. So the thing is, a lot of artists have been burned like that over and over and over again. So there's a lot more scammers out there, to be honest with you, than there is, and that's
Isn't that their fault though, kind of, as far as that
I
goes?
think it is. I think like when it comes to the music review thing, it's a little bit different because you're giving advice on a record and they get played right there, so they know what they're getting. The problem is when somebody pays for something and they don't know what they're actually really getting.
True.
So that's where it becomes a major issue because it's happened to me multiple times. I've been scammed a bunch of times when early on in my career, early
Really?
on within the music industry, marketing, promoting, and things like that. Um,
Mm,
and I get it 100% because I've been scammed too a million times
yeah.
over.
I have been too. I just it's a learning lesson, you
Learning
know.
lesson, yeah.
What's
Hmm.
one of the biggest things that you want to accomplish? doing everything that you're doing right now? Like if you have to push anything out right now, what is your common goal to new people that's tapping into you?
My goal is to create a platform that connects artists, gives artists information, and artists can make money from. That is, I feel like the the way the industry is streaming. A lot of people focus on like Spotify streaming numbers, da 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 da. It's important, but it's very difficult to make a living off that. So I really want to promote giving advice, feedback to artists. I want to promote other artists working with one another. Ultimately, this is what Toonbowl is the fruition of what Toonbowl is. Have a marketplace where artists could sell directly not only their music but also services. Granted, streaming is a big thing, but I think direct to consumer selling digital downloads is a valuable asset that every artist needs to really like focus on. Also, utilize streaming platforms like Spotify to build awareness of your music, but ultimately sell other unlisted songs that are not on Spotify on their own marketplaces. So generating revenue and helping an artist survive and live a life doesn't have, you don't have to make $1 million a month. You can make what a living doing what you love to do. And again, it doesn't have to be 10,000. It could be 5,000. It could be $3,000 a month. Everybody's lifestyles are different, but
Right.
I want to do it so that the independent artist that puts in that work gets paid accordingly to what they do. Just like the work that I put in and what I do, same thing. Just like the work that you do, everybody should be able to survive doing what they love to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Especially what they love to do, for real, for real.
Yeah.
You know. All
Mhm.
right, so let's talk about Toon Bull, and then I'm gonna get you up out of here.
All right.
What are the benefits of Toon Bull?
So Toonbowl, the benefits of it is bringing artists, producers, engineers, labels, independent labels, venues together to network, collaborate, and generate revenue all together. So everybody could make money doing what they love to do.
Dope.
Ultimately, that's what it is. There's different like tool case scenarios, like the tools section in that website. There's a lot of information, which I'm updating a lot of it from making QR codes. A big thing on it too is that you're able to collect emails from fans or people that are interested in your content or your music, and store an email database, which is very important. I want the artists, the creatives, to have that pipeline that if Facebook goes down, Instagram goes down, they still have contact with their fans. Because a lot of artists don't do that. They don't have an email database of all the people that support them at what they do.
Yeah.
And I think it's very important. That goes side to side, hand in hand rather, with direct to consumer marketing and promoting their music.
Mm-hmm.
So that all those things allow that to happen. And Toonbowl's free. Like it's not like, yeah, there are paid tier versions that people want, like different things is fine. But all the major the hub and the core of Toonbowl is free. It's a free platform.
Right. So when I know you said you're in the beta version right now, when is it actually gonna drop?
I'm hoping to launch by the end of the year fully. It's going to be a continued, like the way I am. I'm constantly I'm going to keep like adding new features and new things.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be by the end of the year. I'm slowly like test marking the that's why I kind of did those posts to see, because I want to see how the user onboard experience is when they create an account, their profile, and things of that nature. So I'm hoping by before the end of the year is what I'm hoping for. I don't have a specific deadline because every time I change something, something else kind of messes up. So I got to go in there and fix that too. So it's weird when you develop like a system like that, because once you change one thing, something else and it changes. So you got to go back and fix it and test and try different things. The function minute right now is functional, but I have not did a full rollout to the potential of what this is going to be until hopefully in the next couple of months, before the end of the year.
No, I thought it was very like it was a
Mm,
lot of information on there. You do the
mm.
split sheets, you do so much content where they can just download the stuff for free, and it's
Right there, yeah,
crazy
it's all
that they
free.
don't know about this. It's
Hmm.
just
Yep.
crazy. I know that took a lot of time. How long did it take you to actually put all that stuff up there?
Well, that to where it is now, it took me about a year.
A year.
So
Okay.
it's been on
Sheesh.
that. The idea, the structure of it has taken several years though. Like the structure and how the plan out, the rollout and things like that took several years for me to do that. Where it is now, like the coding thing and getting the app to where it is,
Mm-hmm.
or the site to where which is going to be an app also, but it took about a year.
A year.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Hmm.
And everybody thinks everything's supposed to happen like this,
No, it doesn't.
you
It
know?
doesn't. I wish it was that easy. It'd
Yeah.
be nice if
So
it was
you're
that
doing it
easy.
by yourself with this.
I have it's myself and I have somebody else that helps with the coding on it, like
Okay.
the coding on like how it looks and stuff like the back end part of it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that it looked technical, but I was like, wow, all this information there. For people that don't know, definitely tap into Toonbull.com. You know, it's up
Absolutely.
right now. Spreadsheets, I mean, work for hire,
Yeah.
like all that stuff is right there. So you
Right.
can't say I don't know how to get it. It's right there, you know.
Right.
That's why I said if you need me to help you at any point in time when you get it ready, let me know because I would definitely do videos for it or whatever the case is, let me know because I
Absolutely.
think
You know
it's
what?
super dope.
And I gotta tell you, this will. I hope that I can continue to keep that we build this relationship because I keep talking about networking and collaborating.
Yeah,
Let's build something together. Let's do something together.
for
I'm
sure.
a huge fan of what you're doing too. And I think we can
Hey!
do something great to help independent artists, and make something special.
Yeah, I'm definitely with the networking and helping the artists. I love that. You know what I'm saying? And I
Mm-hmm.
know what you do already. I studied you and watched you. I hate to say it when I go back to Monday show, I'm not gonna be able to watch as much,
Right.
but I'll be able to watch some of the clips here and there. And I like if I'm off. Do you work on the holidays too? You don't. You said you don't
Uh,
work on the holidays.
if it's a holiday, there's specific like certain holidays. If it lands like on my live stream, if
Hmm.
it lands on a holiday, I'm typically not on. I
Yeah, me
spend
too.
I work so hard at this stuff, and this is all I think about. This is truly my passion. I truly love it to my soul. I do, but my
Mhm.
family I love too. I have
Right.
a 9-year-old son, so that time with him is just as precious to me. So things like
Yeah.
that, I gotta spend time with him,
Yeah,
which is
I'm the
important.
same way when it falls on like I think Monday that's coming is Memorial Day, so that's out for you.
Right,
But that I'd be happy. And they're like, "You're not gonna go on." I'm like, "No, if you're off, I'm off." Like,
right.
I want to have a day off too.
Right. Well,
You know?
Memorial Day I'll be on. I'll be on Monday. So the
Oh, you
holidays I
are.
don't work. I'll tell you when I'll do
Okay.
the show. It's like Easter, Christmas, New Year's Eve, like the major holidays
The
like that.
major holidays.
But Memorial Day I'll be on Memorial Day. I want to
See,
party
if
with with the
not
people submitting
Memorial
their
Day is a
music.
party day, drinking and having fun. What's your top five rappers?
Ooh, ooh, I like this question.
Okay.
The first one is gonna be one that nobody. Some people would say, "Oh, this guy's crazy." The
No,
first one is
no.
gonna be, and the reason why I'm saying this, is because I love Bone Thugs. Bone Thugs and Harmony is my favorite rap group of all time.
You're not the first person to ever say that though. So
But I'm telling you that Bone Thugs is my
yeah.
first, hands down. Busy Bone,
Mhm.
number one.
Yep.
Number two, Nas. I'm a
Okay.
huge Nas fan since I was a kid. Um, Third, I would have to put Biggie in there. I love Biggie.
Hey.
Um, I had to throw in Pac, obviously. You know, what I mean, those are the two that they have to be in everybody's top five. And
Mhm.
that this is me personally. I'm not saying they're the best, but just me personally, what I vibe out to.
Yeah, don't come
And the
after him,
last
y'all.
one, I would have to say Big L.
Big L.
Yeah,
Okay. All
those are
right.
my personal top five favorite.
Okay. Top three R&B.
Oof.
I
Oh my
got
God, that's a
narrowed down
rough
to
one.
three with that one because I know you love
Um,
R&B.
I know that one. I don't know. There's
You
so
don't know.
many of them.
One of my favorites is Prince. I love Prince. I'm a big Prince fan.
Yeah.
For everything that he does, like singing, songwriting, dancing, instruments. I think he's just overall a dope artist. You know what I mean? Hitting all those notes, high
Oh,
and low.
great.
Just
Hmm.
yeah, he's one of my favorites. So no, you can't come up with one.
I don't know. They're just so. Oh my God. I was a huge fan of Boys to Men, which is
Okay,
it's R&B, but it's also pop like. You know what I mean?
they're part of a group though.
Yeah, it's a group. I really want to say,
Uh-oh.
I really want to say, I want to. The thing is, it's sub genre like.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I really want to. Oh my god, this is rough
You
because
like
there's
Usher,
so many good
Michael?
R&B artists, and I hate like doing that. Like that. I hate saying top top of
Well,
anything.
I
All
know.
right, so look, I'll tell you what I personally think.
Okay, go ahead.
Um, if I had to really go straight, like if true, what it would be,
Mm-hmm.
um, Stevie Wonder,
Hey,
Marvin
what?
Gaye,
Ooh,
um, I want to say Mariah Carey too.
okay.
Mariah Carey is more pop though.
The old Mariah or the new Mariah?
The old Mariah,
Oh,
the
okay.
old Mariah. I like Aretha Franklin too. That's like such a
Ooh, you
um,
throwing some heavy hitters in there.
Whitney Houston. I don't know. There's so
Mm,
many. I don't know. I can't name the top three.
right. No, you're like the first guy to like do some women in there because usually guys don't do the women. They just
Mm,
focus on
I love it.
the
I love
guys.
R&B.
Okay. That's dope though. You put some heavy hitters in there. I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate that. That wasn't bad.
Mm-mm.
That wasn't too bad. I honestly thought you was gonna say like Chris Brown or Usher.
Nah, I mean Usher too. I love Usher. I mean Usher
Yeah.
is a fantastic artist,
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I think like the true essence of what it was again, like Stevie Wonder, Aretha Franklin, Marvin Gaye is just
Yeah.
amazing.
Classic.
Hmm.
Classic. If you got in a room with one artist right now and you had to do a review on their album, which artist would that be right now?
Ooh, um, that's currently active, alive,
Yeah.
and all that, or
Mm-hmm. They're giving you an invitation to come. Like, which one would it be?
hmm. I really like Joyner Lucas.
Oh, okay.
I'd say Joyner
I haven't
Lucas.
heard that name in a while.
Yeah, I really like
Okay.
Joyner Lucas. I think he's really talented. He's experimental. His production is great. I think Jordan Lucas he's good. So he'd be
Yeah.
one I'd be really interested in doing something like that with. Hmm.
Okay. That was phew, I wasn't
Yeah.
expecting that one. All right. You got anything you want to let them know before we jump up out of here?
Um. I'll tell everybody this is that and I keep saying it over and over, and I sound cliche saying it, but just follow your passions, follow your dreams. There's a lot of people that will get in the way of things. Life is not easy. Just keep
Yeah.
grinding, keep putting in that work, believe in yourself, and just keep following what you love to do. Ultimately, that's the most important thing that anybody can do, no matter what it is. Listen to what God first and foremost. Listen to yourself and follow your dreams. If anybody that
Okay.
doesn't know, you can follow me on social media at stayonbeat on everything. Everything's at stayonbeat. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, 10 p.m. Eastern time on YouTube. If you want to submit a song, go to reviewmysong.com.
Exactly. And how did you get the name Stay on Beat? Because I didn't ask you that in the beginning because I got
Stay on
all.
Beat came out. I created stayonbeat.com like almost 20 years ago, and it was a website that I used to sell like samples and loops and like drum kit sounds, and it just stuck, and I just came on like and it always just stuck with me since then.
Mhm.
I was saying, what
I
would be a
almost
really
started
cool
calling
domain
you
name
that.
to sell like sounds and like snare sounds, kick sound, drum sounds that I created, and I created a Stambia, and it just stuck with me ever since.
Hmm. I almost started calling you that. I was like, yeah, Stay on Beat's about to come on.
Yeah,
And then somebody finally said your name and it was like, yeah, Rudy. I seen it in the
yeah,
comments and I was like, oh, that's his name because I was study
yeah.
calling you Stay on Beat.
Right. Rudy, aka Stay on Beat.
Right, right. You should do like a studio thing where you joking around and be like, yo, stay
Yeah,
on beat or
yeah.
whatever like that. That'd be funny.
I know,
You
I
know.
know. It's what it is that I've thought of things like that in the past, but I just haven't done it. Like I haven't done any like content like that yet. But
Yeah,
hopefully
because you're
soon.
super not serious, but like it would be cool to see like that funny clown
Right,
side of you. You know what I'm
right.
saying? With the different layers of you.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I definitely enjoy watching your content. I appreciate what you're doing for all the artists. That's super dope. You know me and you gotta stay connected. So let me know when you're
Absolutely,
ready.
absolutely.
Yeah, let me know when you're ready. You wanna do something? I'm for sure down
Yeah.
and wanna help for sure.
Absolutely. Let's connect and work together. I can't forget that smile. You got a pretty smile too. So
Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, so when I come out there, you guys show me where the best place to eat at because
we will.
I
We
like to
will.
grub. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? You know, or in Miami because I still haven't been to Miami yet.
You haven't been to Miami?
No, don't
Oh
judge
my
me.
god.
I know. I
You have
know.
to. It's
I
crazy.
know.
You'll love it though.
I know. I gotta lose some. I gotta get in shape because you know them girls out there, they be showing off. You know, they
Miami's
bodies
a
is
different.
crazy.
It's a completely different world. It's a different animal. It's a different beast down there.
I know. They say it's expensive to live out there, so I was like, you know,
No,
but I
I
gotta go
love
out there with some money. What'd you say? What'd you say?
I appreciate you. Thank you so much for this invite. It was great talking to you. Let's do this again. We'll set up another one if you know in the future.
Yes,
Okay.
for sure. All right. Thank
All
you
right.
so much, Rudy. I
I
appreciate it.
appreciate you.
Okay. Air It Out Radio is the queen of internet radio. Make sure y'all check out the website, airitoutradio.net. Shout out to everybody that tapped in. I'm gonna find out what was going on with my microphone. I ain't like it. That was the first little mishap I had on the show. But we got right back in, and you know how we do. We don't be playing around. I was like, bye. So check out the website. Make sure y'all follow Rudy on Stay on Beat. You know what I'm saying? On all platforms. So make sure y'all tap in. Make sure y'all tap into tunebull.com. I love the website. I love what he's doing. So I had to have him on. And it's only right. So check me out Mondays. I'll be back in June, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. I know y'all like fire. Come on, you're killing me. But I'm definitely coming back in June for real, for real. All right. I love y'all to death. Shout out to all my air doubters. Smack.